And welcome back. This is your man Warrior, and I wanted to do a little mini series. I'm going to have probably at least 3 of these videos, and the videos are going to be in relevance to Arena. They're also going to be in relevance to Grand Arena and Territory Wars. Now, you're going to have to apply this in how it's going to apply to you. So I don't know if this is going to apply for Arena. If you've been playing for 4 years, this isn't going to apply in Arena for you. This is just not going to be a team you're going to use in Arena. But if you've been playing for a year or two, this would definitely apply in Arena. But this would definitely apply in Territory Wars or Grand Arena for those teams that are out there that have been playing for 3 or 4 years. So this is just knowledge. You can use it how you see fit in whatever phase of the game that you want to use it. Now, behind me, you can see that I've got a Jedi Knight Revan team, and what I want to do is a series of 3 videos using Jedi Knight Revan teams in the relics. So when we introduce relics, what happens is teams become a lot more powerful, and people want to know how the Jedi Knight Revan team can do against Darth Revan teams, other Jedi Knight Revan teams, and General Grievous teams. And so I'm going to do at least 3 videos on how to beat General Grievous, how to beat Darth Revan teams, and also how to beat mirror matches. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about mirror matches and a couple of things. One, how to beat a team where you want to go a little faster in a mirror match because the mirror matches are super annoying. And by doing that, you're going to bring in Jedi Knight Anakin. The little extra boost of damage is going to help the mirror matches be not so crazy and chaotic and take 5 minutes, potentially timing out. And the other thing is we're going to show the other side of it. If you happen to see somebody with the extra damage dealing, Jedi Knight Anakin, how do you take that out when they've got all that extra damage dealing? So we're going to show both sides of the coin with this damage, and we're going to hopefully give you a little bit of information, tips, and pointers along the way. Now, for the purposes of this video, the team that I'm going against has the exact same relic tiers for every character. They're all relic tier 5 except for their Yoda 7. Mine are all tier 5 except for my Anakin and Yoda are 7. And so what happens when you have a mirror match is with Bastila in the mix, people get that special buff, the battle meditation, and they get counter chance. Plus with General Kenobi, they get retribution. And then of course, they just, with Jolie Bindo reviving, it's an absolute nightmare. And so what happens is these battles can go on and on and on. And when you get into the relic tiers, you've got 100,000 plus protection or health and protection on these characters. And it can literally just be a timeout nightmare. And this is even worse now with relics than it was even before. So what do you do to fix that? Well, one of the things you can do is Anakin. Anakin brings about a ton of damage and some other debuffs that are going to help kind of chew through the team that you see. Now, my preferred method is having 2 damage dealers, leaving Bastila in there on your offensive team for the purposes of her being able to wind your team up and still having the battle meditation on your side. You really don't need General Kenobi to give any kind of benefit to your team. And so for the purposes of this, what you're looking for is replacing General Kenobi with some more damage dealing, and that's going to help you chew through this team a little bit more. So we're just going to walk through this battle, and I'm going to show you how he brings about the ability to kind of get through a mirror match, win it every time, and cut a couple of minutes off of the mirror match. So they mark who they mark. What's nice is when you don't have General Kenobi in there, they tend, not always, but they tend to mark your Jolie Bindo. What's funny about that is they'll never kill your Jolie Bindo. No matter how much they whack away at him, they're not going to kill him. Now, sometimes they hit my Yoda, and that the other thing is Yoda goes a lot. He has a lot, so it's going to fall. The marked will fall off of your Yoda a ton, very fast, but also Jolie Bindo, it's nearly impossible for them to kill Jolie Bindo. So that's okay. Now we're going to go ahead and same basic principle that we would do in a normal mirror match is, we're going to go ahead and try and burn through Jedi Knight Revan's ability to revive. So we're going to go after the lowest health and protection, which is their Yoda. And we're just going to go ahead and kill him. This burns that first revive. We just took a lot of health and protection off of a lot of characters. The goal of that is it's early. Nobody's really been damaged. So we're going to go ahead and ramp up some damage, take off a bunch of protection. This is going to help me chew through these characters a little bit faster. So now he's been killed a second time. Joely's about to go. He's going to revive him. You've all seen this. He revives him. Of course, he gets the heal, the retribution. Now, there's the attack. This should kill him. He's out of the way. Now that their damage dealer's out of the way, it's not a big deal. The retribution is a problem, as well as since Bastila is still in the mix, you still have to worry about, obviously, the retribution from either her battle meditation or from the actual retribution. But we're going to do a call to assist, so there's not a counter. The reason why I jumped was because he had that special buff, so I knew they weren't going to counter. Otherwise, don't jump if they have retribution. But I went ahead and collected all their buffs because he had the special buff from Revan, and I'm passing those buffs to everybody else. We're going to go ahead and get rid of his buff immunity him. We're going to get rid of him now. The extra damage from that was... that was a relic tier 5 General Kenobi just wiped right off of the map. Now we're going to go for Bastila. What I like to do is take out Yoda twice, General Kenobi because he's going to taunt, right, when someone gets critically hit, and that's going to happen with this team. And then I like to take out Bastila Shan because she, if she's present, likes to put up that unique buff, and that battle meditation is going to make things really, really annoying. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do an assist call on her, and we're going to kill her here in just a second. Now she gets those retributions, which is fine. And I don't know if you saw that, but with having retribution on Anakin with the extra damage, he hit my Annie, and my Annie said, no, you're not going to do that. By the way, this is going to happen in every battle that you have, which is why Darth Revan is so awesome, because when Darth Revan attacks, this kind of counterattack can happen on Darth Revan, and Darth Revan can kill himself, just for future reference. So pretty awesome attack. And then we're going to go ahead and mark her, kill her, and now all we have to do is just go after and kill Joely. Now he has retribution, which is super annoying, but we're just going to go ahead and kill him, and there you go. Now that battle lasted a total of about a minute and a half. So you can see that minute and a half we were able to chew through these types of battles. Had I had General Kenobi in there, this one would have taken 4.5 minutes, sometimes a timeout. So it ends the battle really, really quick. Now, what happens when they have all this extra firepower and you have to go against them? What team should you be using? Let's check that out. All right. In this battle, they have the exact same relic tiers, and I have the exact same relic tiers. The irony is they have the tier 7s on Annie and Yoda, and I have tier 5s on everything except for Yoda's tier 7. So it's an exact flip-flop, okay? So it's exactly the opposite. It's basically like we just took the teams and went opposite. And they do have the faster mods, so I'm actually going to have they're going to have the jump on me, and that's okay. The irony with the counter is if I'm going against a team with General Kenobi, I want to use Anakin. But if I'm going against a team with Anakin, I actually want General Kenobi. Now, this is because of RNG and the way that the computer plays the teams, the way that you get to manhandle the teams. You really want to be able to have control over the team, and Anakin does not play the same way on offense as he does on defense. And so when you're fighting a team with Anakin, you want to not have him on your side when going against him, but when you're going against a team without him, you definitely want him. So it's kind of ironic. The teams are opposite. You want to use Annie on offense, but you don't want to use him when you're on defense. So it's going to be a very fast battle as well. We already are going to go ahead and start going after Anakin. They got to go first. They marked Yoda. Like I said, sometimes they mark Yoda, but the marked will fall off pretty quickly. We're going to go ahead and mark. We're going to kill him. Now, I always go after Anakin instead of Yoda whenever we're doing the double hit because you don't want to tick him off. That's just extra protection loss. Now we're going to go for Yoda. The goal is taking out 2 damage dealers. The cool thing is you don't have to worry about a tank giving everybody critical hit immunity or forcing your hand at going after a tank. So we're going to go back over Anakin. He's going to get the heal. We're going to go ahead and do a attack, and he's almost dead. There we go. Back over to Yoda. We're going to do a cleanse. Now we're going to mark and kill. Get all their buffs. Now we're going to do a assist call, try and take out Bastila. Again, Bastila needs to go because she has that battle meditation that she gives. So we're going to kill her. We did not crit on that. That's okay. And revive and killed my guy. Now, sometimes this happens, sometimes it doesn't, and that's okay. Sometimes battles go sideways. This particular battle did. In fact, this is why you've got to have a high Jolie, but this is still a very easy battle to win. We're going to revive, not a big deal. We bring him back. We'll steal buffs, pass our buffs back to everybody. Again, we're going to do an assist call, kill him, and he's going to be very easy to kill now. Another assist call. Now, anytime you have somebody that's debuffed or needs health and protection, call them to assist. It's going to provide health and protection back. It's also going to cleanse them with that strategic advantage. So make sure you do that. I did that with Revan, and that way you're constantly keeping your team cleansed. For some retribution, we're going to spin him up. He had foresight. Here we go. Mark him. Now we're going to try and do this one more time. We almost had it the first time before they all got revived. That's a crit this time. Now he doesn't have the buff, so we can go ahead and go straight after him. Last time he had the battle meditation, so we had to be careful. We're going to go ahead and do an assist. And we'll do the call to assist, and there we go. Now, that battle was almost 3 minutes, a little over 2.5 minutes long. Not too bad. It does take a little bit longer, like I said, when you have General Kenobi, but it is much safer when you're going against Anakin to not have Anakin and to have General Kenobi in there for the tanking, the taunting, especially when he does that huge blast. A lot of times he'll be brought back to life and immediately do his AoE. So the irony is whenever I'm going against someone with Anakin, I like to not use him, and whenever I'm going against a team that doesn't have Anakin, I like to use Anakin. It gives me that extra firepower. It makes those battles go a little bit faster, and it also breaks up the monotony when you're climbing. Now, in this series, I'm going to be doing a couple other videos. One video is going to be showing just a few other battles against Darth Revans, so you can kind of see some of the Darth Revan teams that I'm facing with the Jedi Knight Anakins. And then I'll also have one on the droids, specifically like Relic Tier 7 B1s, B2s, and General Grievous, so you guys can see that. As always, thank you guys for tuning in. Leave any comments down below in the comment section, and keep your gaming on. Warrior out.